Okay, so pick up a shovel and dig it, right? Here we go. Check this. Okay, when I introduce myself to people, I already know it's going to be too much for them. Like, I already know this. And I'm not saying, like, the energy I come with or, like, I'm loud. Like, those things may be true, but that's not what I'm talking about. Okay, I grew up in a family-owned funeral home. I have been around dead people my whole life. I have been around people who are in mourning, who are experiencing loss my whole life. How did this impact you? Well, great question. Thanks for asking. It made me realize that life is short. Even when you live to be 97, you just don't get a lot of time to marry the bullshit. You don't get a lot of time to marry the bullshit. If you are someone who is so chaotic and negative, like, let me tell you, you're just wasting all that time. Do you have problems? Sure. Are they caused by other people? Probably. But a lot of that is you being addicted to the cycle of chaos and self-destruction. I'm not saying that's your fault. I'm just saying it's our responsibility to look at ourselves and go, okay, this is the time I have. How do I want to use it? I have anxiety disorder. I have experienced massive depression. I had postpartum depression. I have been in abusive relationships. I have been cheated on. My mom abandoned me. So when I come to you and I say, it's really just about changing your mind, I am not negating mental illness at all. What I'm saying is that by growing up in a funeral home, what I realized is time is short. You have to pick where you put your energy. If you say, look, I have depression and I'm going to be depressed. Okay, baby boo, then be depressed. Do what you're going to do as long as it's what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go on to point number 2. So, around death my whole life. Doesn't make me less afraid of dying. I'm not afraid of, like, the afterlife or what if there's nothing. Like, I don't care. I just don't want to miss out on shit. I smoke cigarettes, I smoke weed, I drink alcohol, but other than that, I genuinely try to take care of myself, and that can mean a lot of different things. Now, moving on, I then became a birth doula. So I have helped 20, I think, women through childbirth. One of the most important experiences of my life has been helping someone through childbirth. It gives you an understanding of the individuality that comes with caring for someone. What works for me may not work for others. When I become a doula, I'm not concerned with, like, here's what I know and here's where I come from. Like, I want to use that to help the person feel safe. Like, if I can provide information that makes them go, oh, that makes sense, da-da-da, which I will be providing here in later videos, yes. Free childbirth education is my thing. Statistically speaking, we know for a fact that birthing people who do not have the information that they need and do not have the professional birth support that they need, their statistics are proven to have, let's call them, not as good outcomes. I'm not going to rattle on about that. That's another video. But statistically speaking, scientifically speaking, informationally speaking, my friend, we know that having the birth care, the professional medical care that you trust, not me, not other people, that you trust, is proven to have better outcomes. Having a doula who doesn't speak to you or touch you, but is simply in the room while you are giving birth, is literally the basis it's the foundation of doula work. It showed better outcomes. That literally just having someone sit there that's not a family member, not a doctor, not a nurse, someone who's just there to be your doula, better outcomes across the board. Again, get into that in later videos. So I said to myself, why the fuck should anybody be kept away from information that's going to help them and support that's going to help them? Statistically speaking, we're creating better families, we're creating better health by having women not come out of their birth traumatized. Now, trauma can happen in a lot of ways, and having a doula and a midwife and a doctor and an OBGYN and whatever else that you trust does not avoid trauma. It decreases the risk. It decreases the chance of it happening, and creates better outcome statistics after the birth, including breastfeeding and the way you saw your birth and mental health. Again, we will get into all that later. Okay. After I became a doula, I went to massage school. So I graduated from massage school. Big ups to Mountain State School of Massage in West Virginia. What? My teacher there, one of my teachers there, was also a doula. So when I walked in the door, I was like, hey, yes. I received an education that was so simple. It was so simple. I'm not going to say it was easy, but it was so simple. I feel that learning anatomy, the way the body is set up, physiology, the way the body works, and kinesiology, the movement of muscles and structures, made it just absolutely easy for me to take care of myself. Here's a good example. One thing I learned in massage school, just from learning generally about how the body works, is that eating dairy products creates mucus in the body. You're drinking the mucus of that is present in the milk of a cow or wherever you get milk. That's turned into cheese. The word mucus is so gross, so I apologize there. But when you take in any form of dairy product, it creates mucus in the body. So whenever I have allergy problems, which I often have, and my daughter also has, I don't give her or us cheese or milk, because it's just creating more problems. I actually increase the amount, for me, because she's a toddler, I increase the amount of hots and peppers, things that like break things down. Can I tell you how helpful this has been to me in my life? Can I tell you? Do I still suffer with allergy problems? Yes, but I have learned how to avoid the longer, drawn out symptoms by just hitting it full head on and being like, we're eating bell peppers today, we're eating sweet peppers today, I'm putting some peppers in my fucking ramen, like whatever is gonna get you there. I also learned that bread breaks down as sugar. So when you eat bread and you go, I didn't put any sugar on it, or there's no sugar in this bread, or if there's a little bit, yeah, okay, cool, tight, but it breaks flour and all that, it breaks down and becomes a sugar. So I'm hypoglycemic, my family has diabetes, so I try to apply that knowledge. I'm not trying to get you guys to take these little notes and to learn things about sugar and mucus, and what I'm trying to say is that just by going to massage school, I learned more than the average bear walking around out here about basic human health and how to take care of myself. I'm not diagnosing other people. I'm not prescribing medications and treatments and tinctures and herbs. That's none of my business. It's not for me. I don't know. That might not be safe for them. I don't know. I'm telling you that the simple information I learned about anatomy, physiology, and kinesiology, 10 out of 10 made me a better adult. 110% helped me be a better parent. I believe, if you want to start a petition for this, I will gladly sign it if you send it to me. I believe that grades kindergarten through 12th grade, you should be learning all of this incrementally, getting more intense as you age up. The names of the bones, the names of the body structures, how your skull is shaped, why things work the way they work. It can start with as simple as like, this is a bone. You have X amount of bones in your body. Okay, that's year 1. Stop there. They don't need to learn more than that. Okay, year 2. This is what your intestines are like. Dude, my daughter is 3. She hasn't even started school. She watches these videos on YouTube Kids where she's like, she comes out of it and talking about, she's like, well, our intestines have to stay clean because that's where the poop comes out and that's why we can't eat a lot of sugar. And I'm like, dude, you're 3. Like, I fucking see you. Like, you're so smart. This information is not that overwhelming. And I think that's why we give our power away to doctors. A lot of people will go to a doctor and say, well, my doctor said I have to. No, your doctor did not say you have to. Your doctor never, ever, ever is allowed to say you have to. What your doctor said was, based on my information and what I'm seeing here, this is what you should. Your doctor can be like, we have to go into emergency surgery right now. And you can be like, fuck off, bitch, and run down the highway and just go home. Like, I wouldn't suggest running down a highway, but you see what I'm saying. You can do what the fuck you want to do. A doctor is not your boss. I have seen this in massage therapy. I have seen this with definitely in childbirth. It's a big deal discussion in childbirth that people just go into a doctor's birthing room or a doctor's office or what have you. And they do this with midwives too. We give our power away. We think we don't have an option. Your doctor is giving professional medical advice. They are not telling you what you have to do. How many elderly people, like, put a finger down if, how many elderly people do you know have been misdiagnosed, misprescribed? My grandmother got a prescription that almost killed her. When I say almost killed her, I am in no way joking. She almost died because there was a mistake at the doctor's office. Listen, mistakes happen. I'm not suggesting people not ever make a mistake. I got into a fender bender yesterday because I fucked up. Listen, people make mistakes. Everyone's okay. It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes, okay? But the fact of the matter is that the doctor didn't catch it. You know who else didn't catch it? The insurance company. You know who else didn't catch it? The pharmacy. That's 3 fuck-ups that almost killed someone I love for no fucking reason. Believe me when I tell you, they are not your boss. It is a very important point to make, right? So then you're like, okay, so you've been around death, you've been around birth, you've seen the other side of the medical field. Like, what the fuck else? I'm a public speaker. I've been a comedian for 10 years. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'm a fucking good one. What's up, bro? What's up? You see me seeing you? You see me seeing you seeing me? What's up? You seeing this? Check it out. I'm a fucking good comedian, okay? If you want to be like, oh, you're not the best, you make me laugh. I don't care. I don't care. I've been doing this for 10 years. And I can tell you, I've been in bars, clubs, outside venues, corporate events. I make them motherfuckers laugh. Do I have off days? Yes. Again, we are all human. But your bitch is funny, okay? I'm funny, I'm smart, I'm confident, and at the end of the day, I know I'm gonna die. I'm super aware of it. There's a big fuck it when I get on stage. I'll plan my whole shit. I'll pace my living room for a week, literally every night, practicing my jokes. This has to go here. And then when I get up there, I'm like, uh-oh. I don't know what's gonna happen. Because I grip it and I rip it. That's how I fucking do it, bro. Anyway, okay, this is just my confidence coming out. I heart me. I'm big on me. I'm trying to get my self-worth back. I'm trying to usher that back in. Why am I telling you all of this? Why are you giving me a rundown of your resume? Because I've realized that these motherfuckers out here don't know. That's what I've realized, is that I am sitting on 15 years of information that I was walking around thinking, oh, everybody knows this shit. And then I look around at the internet and I'm like, oh my God, let me help. So here's what I'm about to fit into be doing. I have it in my mind that I want to share my information. First of all, I created an app. It's only available on iOS for the time being. It's called Childbirth Basics. If you want free childbirth education that has no bias, I have no bias. I don't care if you give birth at home, in a hospital, in a fucking submerged tank with machines. I don't care. I care that you care. I care that you get the information you need to make the best decisions for you and your family. That is what I care about. No one should be bullying you into decisions. Okay? They come with the information, they come with the expertise. You should always be working with someone you trust. At the end of the day, you need to have someone you trust so that when they go, this is what I think we should do, you trust them. But you can always get a second opinion. You can always get a third opinion. You can always get retested, reevaluated if there's time. Look, emergencies are emergencies. I'm never going to tell you to fight your doctor on an emergency. But sometimes what a doctor constitutes as an emergency and what you think is an emergency may slightly be different. Always follow advice that will save your life. And if you don't know what that is, just put your best foot forward and try to trust. But if you are somebody who's like, I'm feeling uncomfortable about this and I want to get a second opinion, do it. Okay? Check out the birth app. Also, I'm not going to push my stand-up. I'm not going to be like, go check it, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't care. Look, I'll go to clubs where people are. Like, they hire me because they know a crowd is coming. It's cool. But I have so much information that I take for granted. And I'm watching the world happen and I'm going, why am I sitting on this information? So in the weeks to come, I will get these little brain bubbles and I'm just going to leave more of these videos on here because you can't tell me not to. And if you do, I'm just going to do it anyway. I don't know. I want to give the info. There's a lot of things I think I could help people, even from just philosophical standpoints. Like about giving your power away to authorities that you view as your authority. Just little tidbits like that. So that's it.